Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Igama lami nguNontobeko wakangubani. If you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so whenever I upload, you'll be the first one to know. Last week, Saturday, we saw the Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa, Paul Mashatile, collapse at the podium in Limpopo, whilst many suspected lack of sleep and fatigue. But a big question is that a day before, which was Friday, UDP did say that he was not okay and they were suspecting food poisoning. Few hours later, he collapsed. Does it make any sense?
But something strange happened on Thursday when I was in Cape Town. We had a cabinet subcommittee on Wednesday, and when I got home on Thursday morning, I was sick. I felt like I had food poisoning or something. So my office was very worried because as I came back home, even in the plane, I didn't eat.
National Development Plan goal of ending poverty and reducing inequality by 2030.
Now, Asizela, our former Deputy President, Udidi Mabuza, had a similar incident. He collapsed, he fell ill. Reports flooded that he had a stroke and he was suffering from a severe fatigue. But in a statement, he did say that in fact, he was poisoned. This takes me back to former President Jacob Zuma, Ududuzane, when he mentioned how they helped UDD when they took him to Russia for treatment, but at the end, UDD betrayed them. Something khona ongahambi kahle lapha kakhongolose with upoison. Khona impela nje ongahambi kahle.
To find out that the suspicion was he'd been poisoned. I get a phone call saying, "Can you please help?" And I'm saying, "Okay." And this is a serious phone call from serious people. Help in what sense? You know, if we can, we will. If we can't, we'll let you know. Look, sorry, not going to happen. There's a problem, and this had to do. At that time, he was the premier of Mpumalanga. He's now the deputy president, Deputy President Mabuza. And the call wasn't from him, just to be clear. The call and the request was the premier at that time of Mpumalanga was not doing well, health-wise. I'm sitting in the plane. He arrives. We welcome him because now it's raining. And when I'm saying we, there's pilots and one or two other people that I traveled with at the time. We literally had to carry him into the plane. And for me, I was shocked at what I saw. I didn't expect to see what I'd seen. Walking stick, and he could barely walk on his own. Carried him, took him to the back of the plane where he managed to utter a few words. And he looked at me and he said, "I didn't know who had made this plan. I didn't expect to see you," meaning myself. "But now that I see it's you, I feel very comfortable and I'm happy. Because if you are attached to this exercise, then it means your father's attached to it, and I appreciate this operation being made as we were sitting on the plane, we were just having discussions, and I was trying to understand, but what is going on? And he said, look, my son, I believe that they've got to me. I've been poisoned. I've been in hospital. I believe at that time it was almost 3 months. And 3 months that he hadn't been seen in public. And he was just saying, I've been poisoned and I'm upset that this has happened. And I'm thinking to myself, but why? Anyways, we take off. We get to Moscow. Fortunately, he survived the flight. We prepared the bed for him. He had a good rest in the cabin. All the blood tests, drained blood. They did all these things, and watching it is quite a scary scenario. I mean, some of the equipment and machinery that was put on, and then how you responded to some of it, how he responded to some of it. It's a scary thing to see, and how he was detailing it and the pain that he was in. The poison affects people in different ways, but this one was a slow poison that was killing him from the inside, through his core, and somehow it was affecting his legs. So that was what the mobility problem was. He spent a few days at one of the guest houses in Saxonal. That he was well looked after, and his safety was there. He was there with his wife, so he was in good hands. I'm mentioning this story because he's someone that is, was dear to a lot of us, and still is. And I'm speaking from my perspective because that sort of event that happened was a very serious event. There's been a breakdown in my relationship with him, and not from my side, from his side. My understanding of it, I clearly don't know. Maybe one day myself and him will have that discussion, because he's someone that I've always held in high regards. And I'm not asking him for any favors. I've never asked him for anything. I was part of a team that saved his life. I'm not looking for preferential treatment, but I used to speak to him from time to time to check how he's doing post the operation that we embarked on. And I'm trying to think if I'd seen him after that or not. I'm not sure that I'd seen him, but we were on telephonic interaction and communication. And then from nowhere, it just stopped. And I realized, there's clearly a problem. I'm not sure what the problem is, but one day we definitely will find out. So that's just my recollection of one of the stories that I haven't shared. And I just wanted to share that because I think it's important to do so.
Now we have 2 deputy presidents under Cyril Ramaphosa's administration that have collapsed. I personally don't see Paul Mashatile coming back at the ANC conference as a president. I don't see him at all coming back as a president, because he's clearly not okay, and we can't shy about that. I remember inauguration ga Cyril 3 months ago, Julius did mention that Paul Mashatile is not okay. He should leave politics and retire.
I mean, when you look at how Paul Mashatile walks, they are sick. Old age. Some of the symptoms of old age is sickness. So we can't entrust old people with the future, which they will not be there. They won't be.
Do you think the government is downplaying Deputy President Paul Mashatile's condition? Please do share your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe. Please don't skip the ads. And turn on that notification bell. I will see you on my next one. Bye.